guys, Vectors here. Today I'm going to teach you a crash course, the fastest possible way to get into Premiere, learn what you got to do, and you can take it from there. Alright, let's get started. Go ahead and open up Premiere. And the first window you're going to be greeted with is your start window. You're going to see new projects, open projects. This is a list of your most recent projects. Go ahead and start a new one. Set a name for your project and set the location where you'd like to save it. These settings down below should be set correctly. Only thing you might want to change is your renderer. You can change it from GPU acceleration or basically just the software itself. GPU is generally going to be faster. Go ahead and click OK. When you get into Premiere, you're going to notice at the top that you have a workspace selected. Each one of these workspaces changes the way that Premiere is laid out to you and allows you to do different functions easier within Premiere. Perhaps start on the Learning tab. It is here that you're going to see videos created by Premiere, and these allow you to learn the basics. You can go over to your Assembly tab to start. Double click to import your media, or simply go into your files and drag and drop your media into Premiere. Once your files are pulled into Premiere, you can go ahead and look at them, rename them if you'd like by right-clicking and going to Rename. You can view information such as the frame rate, media duration, resolution, audio info, and more. If you'd like to view your files in a way that you can actually see what they look like, you can go down to this button here at the bottom, switch to your icon view, and now when you go up to your video files, you can actually scrub through by just putting the mouse over the top and moving it back and forth. This gives you the ability to see and preview your video files before you actually bring them into a project. Once you have all of your video files ready to go, hop on over to the Editing tab. And from the Editing tab, you're going to notice a few new windows, as well as that media window has dropped down and compressed into your bottom left corner. If for whatever point in time your windows don't look the same or something doesn't seem right, because you can actually drag and drop these windows from one location to the next inside of Premiere, your window space can get messed up. So go up to Window, Workspaces, and Reset to Save Layout. This will reset all your windows to the default, and you can continue working from there. First things first, go over to your media browser here, select the clip that you'd like to bring into your project, drop it into your source window. Now in your source window, you can preview the video file. If you're ever having playback issues, simply go over to this drop down here and select a different playback resolution. Quarter or 1/8 will generally allow the video file to play smoothly. You can also zoom in or out on your video clip file and set to fit to the window. You have a few playback controls such as play, stop, as well as step forward a single frame or step backward a single frame. You can also set in and out points. So if we were to go to this location in the video using the playhead, select an in point, and then scrub forward to this location in the video, setting an out point. In essence, this selects this portion of the video that then when you drag and drop it into your timeline, it's only going to drag and drop in what has been selected. You can also use these controls to go back to your in point or go back to your out point. If you'd like to go through your video and select markers to note important locations in the video file, you can click this button here. It will add a marker above the location in your playhead. You can add multiple, and then you can click on those markers to do things like change color, set comments, and other options. Now you're going to notice that your video file has been brought over to the timeline as well as the program menu. You can go ahead and use those same controls on the program side to view everything that's in your timeline. When you're ready to bring your second clip in, simply drag and drop it. You can drag and drop directly from your media browser to your timeline. And if you'd like to then shorten this video clip, so let's say we only want the beginning, we would play to the location we want, go over, select our razor tool, and cut both the video and audio clip in the timeline. Drag a box around both, select them, and delete them. Now we have two short clips placed inside our timeline that jump between each other when the playhead goes over them. You can also drag video files into your timeline and place them on top of each other just as if they are in layers. So your bottom layer is your V1 layer, your next layer up is your V2, and finally your V3. You can add additional layers by simply dragging and dropping clips on top of that V3 layer. It'll create an additional layer for you. And now when you play forward, whatever video clip is on the top layer will be displayed, and whatever's on the bottom layer will also be displayed. So if, for example, I was to set the scale lower on that top video layer, now you'll be able to see both video layers at the same time. Again, we're going to take our razor tool, select both the video and audio file, and delete. If you'd like to view more in your timeline, you can zoom in and out using the bar at the bottom. The zoom is set to your playhead, and we'll zoom in on it or zoom out. If you need to view more or less layers, you can use the bar on the right to zoom in and out on video as well as audio. If the timeline is ever not behaving correctly or giving you troubles, a few options are over here on the left. You can select to link your video and audio clips together so that when you select one, it selects the other. Or turn that off to select only the video layer or only the audio layer at a single time. You can also set your snapping to be on or off. With snapping off, you can freeform move this video clip to any location. With snapping on, it will snap to the end of other videos as well as the location of other video or audio clips.